Hello, York students and families. This past Monday, the nation and the school observed the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service, which celebrates the January 15th birthday of its legendary namesake, Dr. King. Last Friday, during Break and Path, the school carefully reflected on King's use of nonviolent civil disobedience to advance the cause of freedom and take action against racism. Understanding King's methods, peaceful protest, and goals, expanding the civil and political rights of everyone by protecting the rights of those who had long been suppressed, is more than just instructive. It is foundational for living up to our values. In 1968, Coretta Scott King established the Martin Luther King Jr. Center for Nonviolent Social Change, which describes Dr. King's legacy as the leading of a nonviolent movement in the late 1950s and 60s to achieve legal equality for African Americans in the United States, using the power of words and acts of nonviolent resistance, such as protest, grassroots organizing, and civil disobedience to achieve seemingly impossible goals. The center lists some of his most important achievements as being recruited to serve as the spokesman for the Montgomery bus boycott in 1955, leading a nonviolent campaign aimed at Birmingham, Alabama, and driving the March on Washington in 1963, being the youngest man at age 35 to win the Nobel Peace Prize, and cites his influence on the passing of the landmark 1965 Voting Rights Act. Unlike all other federal holidays, Martin Luther King Jr. Day is considered a day on as opposed to a day off, as it is the only holiday designated by Congress as a national day of service. The intention behind this holiday is not simply to honor the renowned minister and civil rights activist, but also to continue his life's work. While MLK Day was first officially observed in 1986, in 1994, Congress charged the Corporation for National and Community Service with spearheading the observance of the service element. For as Mrs. King shared regarding the late leader, the greatest birthday gift my husband could receive is if people of all racial and ethnic backgrounds celebrated the holiday by performing individual acts of kindness through service to others. York supports the call to action for meaningful change and engagement through its service learning program, the goal of which is for students to adopt service as part of their identity. As we are all members of our community, the hope is to instill a lifelong passion for making positive contributions to others through the practice of York's core values: honesty, respect, responsibility, and compassion. This objective is worked toward through many different endeavors and areas of expertise. For example, last week, our Director of Technology and Innovation, Kevin Brickhauser, brought his code and design class to the Monterey County Youth Museum, with which York has a long-standing relationship, to plan the building of a new exhibit and to evaluate needed repairs. During the holidays, the York Choirs performed 2 free concerts for the public, bringing beautiful, accessible music to the Carmel Mission and the Portola Hotel. Next month, on February 22nd, the York community will embark on a school-wide service initiative with our Service Learning Day. Groups of students will dispatch to a variety of organizations, including the Community Partnership for Youth, Dorothy's Kitchen, the Big Sur Land Trust, and the Steinbeck Center, and spend the day assisting each with the advancement of their respective missions. We encourage our students and larger community to continue to reflect on the life and work of Dr. King, the intention behind our National Day of Service, and to be agents of constructive and inspired change. Thank you for listening, and have a great week.